One of my favorite investment is REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust, simply because they pay very regular dividends once every 3 months and once every 6 months without fail. I don't have to manage the property, I don't have to find the tenants, and I don't have to entertain some of the given out by some of the tenants out there. As a REIT investors, I just have to make sure that I find the right REITs to invest and monitor them regularly to make sure that they are still a good investment in my portfolio. I've been investing in the REITs market for about close to 10 years, and I can list down the advantages why I love REITs as an investment, but this video is not about any of those stuff. This video is about some of the websites that I go to as a REITs investor, and I'm going to share some of these resources with you and why I find them useful. My name is Rusmin and I'm a co-founder of The Fifth Person. At Fifth Person, we want to help you to become a better investor so they can build your wealth safely and consistently over the long run. As a REIT investor, you need to know where to find the right information to help you with the decision-making process before you invest your money in any of the listed REITs in the stock exchange. You need to find information like distribution yield, their price-to-book ratio, where are their property locations, who are the tenants, who is the sponsor, what is their average leases, and the list goes on. You need to know where these informations are, and in this video I'm going to share with you 4 important resources that you need to know as a REITs investors, and I'm just going to walk through with you through the screen over here. The first website that I strongly recommend you guys to visit is REITs data provided by Fifth Person. Here we have a whole list of REITs that are listed in Singapore, which we have compiled it for you. And in this table, you can find information like the closing price, distribution yield of the REITs at that point of time when you are looking at, and also the price to book ratio, which we calculate it for you every day based on the closing price, and also the latest distribution per unit, basically the dividends that they pay out once a year based on their full year result. And we also update the net asset value. We also calculated the property yield, basically this is the asset yield. Okay, we also have information like gearing ratio. And if you go down to all the way to the bottom, you get to see we also compile the average price to book ratio and average distribution yield over here. And this is the whole list of Malaysia REITs that's listed in Malaysia. So we don't have any other asset classes like business trust or whatsoever. Okay, so these are all purely a REIT. And the same thing for Hong Kong. So if you go to the Hong Kong website, you get to see the entire list of Hong Kong REITs. And if you do not know which REITs you should look at, I have compiled a list of REITs that have been paying very stable distribution per unit over the last 10 years. So these are the REITs that I personally have in my watch list. Some of them are in my portfolio. So if you're interested to find out what are those REITs, I will link it up in the descriptions below. So once you have a REIT in mind that you want to analyze, you have to go to the stock exchange website to download all the relevant information that you need to analyze before you make a decision, right? So here I'm going to show you where you can find this information. So if you're looking at REITs in Singapore, usually we go to Singapore Stock Exchange, sjx.com. From here you can go to directly to the securities, company information, company announcement. And these are basically all the relevant information that will be announced by any of the REITs. So if you're, let's say, if you're interested to look at Suntec REITs, for example, here you get to see they have just conducted their AGM, so you get to see all their past announcement that is made by the REITs itself. But of course, if you are just starting to analyze Suntec REITs, you need to go to this place where you can find the annual report of the REITs. And here you can type Suntec Real Estate Investment Trust, and you get to see all their last 5 years annual report over here. So you can simply go and download the annual report, and from annual report they have a lot of information like property locations, the tenants, the weighted average leases, and all the important information that you need to know before you decide whether you want to invest in Suntec REITs. And if you are looking at Malaysia REITs or Hong Kong REITs, you have to go to their respective stock exchange. For Malaysia, you have to go to Musa Malaysia, and from here you can go to any of the REITs that you're interested. So for example, let's bring up Sunway REIT as a example, and here is very similar to the company announcement that you have seen in the SGX. In Musa Malaysia, they also have the announcement that is made by the REITs by itself. Okay, so if you're interested to look at the annual report itself, you can just come to category and change it to annual report over here. So once you type search, you filter out all the past annual report that is issued out by Sunway REITs, and from here you can go and download the report, and you can find all the information, right? So another avenue to find this information is, of course, you can go directly to the company website. Sometimes I find some of the company website, they are outdated, so you have to come back here to the Musa Malaysia to check all this information. Another important information that I find it really useful is the analyst report. So analyst report are basically the research report that is done by the local brokerage houses like Maybank and CMB, and you can find these reports really available on the websites like sginvestors.io. So if I go to bring you to this website, sginvestors.io. Okay, so you go to this website. This website basically compile a whole list of analyst report for all the companies that are available in Singapore. So if you're interested in REITs, you can simply click on the REITs, and from here you also get to see some of the REITs that are listed over here. If you are interested or you are analyzing Ascender's REITs, you can simply click onto Ascender's REITs, and here they will bring you to the page on the Ascender REIT. And if you go to the analyst say, so basically these are all the list of analyst report that is compiled by sginvestors.io. If you go down all the way, you get to see all of their report, 19 May, 11 May, and by poems, by DBS poems. You have UOB, OCBC, all the local brokerage houses here in Singapore. So if you are analyzing a REIT, you will find it very useful. So you can simply click on, let's say, one report. You get to see what they are talking about this particular REITs. I personally don't use their target price or recommendation, but I use their research. So sometimes some of these analysts, they visit the REITs, sometimes they talk to the managers, they analyze the REIT, and they share some of these useful information to help you with the decision making process, right? So their analysis are sometimes very good, so I read them, and you can download their full year report. If you go all the way down over here you get to see the entire analyst report that is originally made by the local brokerage houses. So you can simply download this into your desktop. And if you're looking to invest in REITs in Malaysia, you can go to Musa Marketplace. So this is also a website that is very useful when it comes to analyzing REITs in Malaysia or any other companies in Malaysia. So if you go to this website, let's say if you're looking to invest in Sunway REITs and you want to analyze them, you can just type Sunway REIT, and here they will bring you to the website. And they also have a list of analyst report that is for you. So you can go to the research, right? From the research, you will be able to find some of the research that is being done by Affin Huang, Kanaga Investment, so you can go and read their analysis. Another website that I always go to is to find out the current interest rate that is imposed by the Federal Reserve, because Federal Reserve have a very strong influence over the interest rate across the world. Like for example, SIBOR, Singapore Interbank Offer Rate, which is the interest rate that a lot of loans are usually pegged under, and they usually follow very closely to the Federal Reserve Fund rate. So to get all this, some of these statistics data, you can go to this website called Trading Economics. It's quite long, but you can simply Google it. And here I have the direct link over here, and this will give me a very good idea on what is the interest rate over the last 20-30 years. This interest rate will ultimately affect the REITs, because generally if the interest rate go up, the REIT prices will come down, and if the interest rate come down, the REIT prices will also drop. This is basically in theory, right? And as you can see from here, 2009, 2015, we have experienced a very low interest rate because of the subprime crisis, right? And then we have COVID-19, the interest rate drops again. So this website contains a list of factual data, macroeconomics data, but so far I only use the interest rate, and sometimes if I need to look at this chart, I come back here, and here you get to see that Federal Reserve have cut the interest rate all the way down to zero because of the COVID-19. Okay, so interest rate is a very important factor that you need to look at. And if you're interested to know how interest rate affect the REITs, I'll link it up over here. Alright, so these are the 4 important resources that I always visit myself. And if you're a REITs investor yourself, you might also want to visit them, because these are the information that you need to find out. You need to find the right REITs, and you also need to keep in touch with the REITs as an investment. Okay, so that's all I have for you in this video. And if you're not already subscribed to this channel, remember to do it, because we have a lot of exciting videos lined up for you. And I'll see you in the next video.